Hi, my name is Kimberly Van. I was a pedestrian versus car. I sustained 2 fractured bones below the right knee, a ripped soleus muscle. My C5, C6 disc was collapsed and had to be fused. And I had a herniated disc in my lower back and the never-ending fear of getting hit. So when Edwin stated that I walked into his car, it was far from the truth. Edwin has trouble telling the truth. I believe from his past record and his present record, he refuses to obey the law.
In this case, a victim delivers a powerful impact statement after being hit by a driver who left the scene. The injuries were serious, the emotions are real, but the judge is faced with a different question. Not what feels right, but what was actually charged. And when the sentencing begins, the courtroom takes a turn that changes everything. Let's break down what happens and why.
He still continues to drink alcohol and drive on a suspended license. He cares about no one but himself. He hit me with his car and left me. He talked his girlfriend into filing a false police report so he wouldn't go to jail. I am asking the court to hold him at the max jail time that is possible for this. I'm also asking for probation time and alcohol monitoring if allowed. I also believe this shouldn't be offered work release. He should go to jail and lose everything like I have, my job and all.
Well, I'll let you finish, and then I've got some questions.
When Edwin hit me, I was a sole income from my home. I have 4 children and a disabled husband. I have now been fired from American Axle because I was unable to return to work after surgery. I have lost my medical insurance, and this is still affecting me to this day. I still have pain in my knees and my legs and my neck.
This was authorized by Chief Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Joshua Robert. He charged it as leaving the scene of a personal injury accident and driving suspended. I have a long-standing frustration in personal injury accident cases where I don't know if they have all the information they need at the time of the charging. It is a felony to leave the scene of a serious personal injury accident when you have a suspended driver's license, punishable by up to 5 years imprisonment. So he wasn't charged with that, but he doesn't have a suspended driver's license.
It was revoked. He's got a revoked suspended driver's license.
He has no license.
It was taken away because of 2 DUIs and hitting a structure before me.
Well, you're aware of that. I'm aware of it because I was here in 1997 and 1999. He had 2 drunk drivings and another charge, fleeing and looting. But they were almost 30 years ago. So his driving record doesn't even show it. His driving record shows he has no license. It does not show that he's suspended or revoked. And so it was charged as that, but I looked carefully at his driver's license. There's actually nothing on it. That stuff is so old, it doesn't show up on his driver's license. So what the SOS shows is he has no license, which is different than suspended or revoked. All right. There's also an offense for leaving the scene of a serious personal injury accident, which is also a 5-year felony. And I guess no one bothered to find out what the extent of your injuries were. I've had 6, 7 cases like this, and I don't know where the blame lies. I think sometimes the prosecutors don't know what they don't know. I don't have what he had back on February 7th or whenever this was authorized. But I believe what you have is a serious injury. So I want to shout this
in my neck for the rest of my life.
Yeah, well, it certainly qualifies. You want him to go to jail for the maximum amount of time. You want him to lose his job. You want him to, the prosecutor makes the charge, the judge makes the sentence. This charge is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail.
How many?
Let me make sure I got it right. Maybe this is a 1 year. I'll make sure I got my complaint right. Yeah, 1 year and or $1,000 personal injury accident. So even if they had charged serious injury, personal accident, well, if they charged serious injury, personal accident, it would be a felony. If they had charged driving suspended with a serious personal injury accident, it would be a felony. Wasn't charged that way. So it's a punishable by up to a year in jail. Now, one of the reasons for the leaving the scene crime is, I've seen this. People are in an accident, they leave the scene and they leave the person there.
This is important. Leaving the scene laws aren't just about property damage. They exist because historically, people have been abandoned without medical help. The court's concern isn't just that someone drove away. It's whether the person left behind was placed at greater risk. That distinction matters when determining severity, especially when deciding between a felony or a misdemeanor charge.
On the side of the road,
He left me. He just decided to say a comment before he left.
all right, we'll hear about that in a minute. But he left you there in a public place where there were other people around. So he didn't leave you laying in a ditch bleeding. He knew there was going to be some response. And at that point, he didn't know the extent of your injuries. He knew that, his version is you ran into his car. His version is,
So when I
your
was
version
coming
is-
off the hood of his car, I walked into it.
yeah.
You never even knocked the dust.
All right,
off my
all
car.
right, stop. All right, so you wanted to tell me something else.
Just go ahead.
Well, you were going to say one more thing. All right, nothing I say here is going to make you satisfied.
No,
Nothing
I
I
don't
say
expect you
here
to
is-
make me satisfied at all.
Say that again?
I don't expect you to make me satisfied at all. A year in jail is pretty much a slap on the hand. But for him to sit in here, and this is a game for him, is a joke. Yeah, really. No, ma'am.
Stop. You're not helping things at all. And neither are you. I can't make you happy and I can't make you remorseful. Other than what you said here, your version is that, I don't know, I wasn't there. Usually they'd have some video, but I don't believe there's any video of this. It would have been helpful, maybe for all concerned, if there'd been some video in the parking lot to show exactly what happened.
HR done their own investigation, and he admitted to HR that I was on the hood of his car.
All right, I
Because
accept
there
it.
is a video, I should
Is
say. The accident is out of frame.
Yes, that's what I understood.
Yes. So that,
We didn't actually see what happened.
no.
Yes. All right. There is no right answer to this. In fact, I'm going to use this as a fact scenario at our next judicial training in January. I am going to do a 12-month probation, and he isn't going to use any alcohol or any controlled
So
substance.
he's not even going to jail for this?
Stop.
I'm just asking a question.
I'm doing the sentencing. Stop.
This is.
He's not in charge of this. I am. And no matter what I say here, you're not going to be satisfied with it. So I might as
No,
well.
I'd like him to go to jail.
Yes, I certainly understand that. In fact, you're so angry that you undermine your effectiveness because nothing that would be done here would satisfy you. So you're so angry. You've been angry at everybody. You've been angry at the prosecutors. You've been angry at me. You've
I'm
been
not
angry
angry
at the
at the
victim
prosecutor.
advocate
He's
people.
not here.
Well, I'm not very happy about that either, but I saw some exchanges between you and the prosecutor. You're so angry that you're unreasonable and it undermines your effectiveness. I'll just leave it at that. No alcohol. Test as directed by a police officer or probation officer. No drugs, including marijuana. I don't know if you use marijuana, it's eligible for recreational use. But you can't use that. No driving. You don't have a driver's license. You'll have a very difficult time getting your driver's license, particularly after this. You might as well accept the fact that you'll probably never have a driver's license. Those two old drinking driving offenses The Driver License Appeal Division, the Secretary of State, have an even longer memory than I do.
No, this is bullshit.
All right, come here. I find that you're in contempt of court and you're going to jail for 24 hours, effective right now. Yes, really. Officer, I'd please ask you to take her into the back. Don't look at Mr. Reed. You did this to yourself. You're going to jail for 24 hours for your continuing disrespect.
The judges determine the ceiling. The judge works within it. Emotions don't change statutory limits. The courtroom decorum matters for everyone. This is Bench Breakdown.